Okay, we have 6 o'clock, so I will call the March meeting of the Historic Architectural Review Board to order. Just by way of brief introduction, the HARB is a recommending board, so the actions that are taken here this evening will then be moved on to City Council, who will ultimately act on HARB's recommendation, and that will likely be at the March 11th, 2025 meeting. Each member of the committee utilizes the Secretary of the Interior standards in terms of review of the projects, and we're bound by those guidelines in reviewing what's before us. In terms of a process, we'd ask the applicant to come up to the table, have Suzanne read or summarize her review of the project, have any questions from the board, and then open it up if there's any public that has questions. So the first item on the agenda is 307 South Lime Street. Stephen Evangelista, owner? Evangelista, I'm sorry, thank you. And it's replacement of a multi-light picture window with aluminum storefront window on the facade of a commercial building. So yeah, that way you can use, why don't you, the table, and then if you please make sure you turn your mic on, and I'll remind the board members too to use your mics, please.
Yep, you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Great. So Suzanne, can you please read your review?
Replace a metal frame picture window with small panes with a large aluminum storefront window. My review was appropriate. The existing multi-light picture window was installed in 1979 when the building was used by a metalworking business or a tin shop that advertised early American lighting reproductions. While relating to the tin shop business and its colonial theme, the picture window does not relate to the age and style of this utilitarian building, which was built in about 1925 as a garage or auto repair shop. The proposed storefront window will be an appropriate modern alteration that is more in keeping with the building's form and style. And this review references standards number 2, 9, and 10.
Thank you, Suzanne. Do you have anything you'd like to add to the, by way of explanation, or?
No, she covered it well. It's just an existing window that has some, there's previous water damage around the window. That's since been repaired, so there's kind of rust on the interior of it that you can kind of see from the outside. So that's kind of the reason for the replacement.
Okay. All right, thank you. Are there any questions or comments from the board?
Just a one comment, Suzanne, this is really not so much about the proposed window, but about the mention of a change in signage.
Yeah.
Will that have to come before?
I spoke to Mr. Evangelista. He does not, because the business doesn't have a lot of walking customers. He's just using it as a warehouse. He doesn't have any signage planned to be mounted on the exterior, which you would review. If he just has decals or something on the inside window or door, that would not be reviewable.
Okay.
If you want to mount a sign on the wall or a bracket,
Okay.
that would have to come back.
Okay, it's good to know for the future. Yeah, we don't have any plans of that, but you're saying if we do want to do something out in the future, that's kind of revisit that. Okay.
And you would do it through zoning and then also through the HARB.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from the board?
No, it seems rather straightforward. Suzanne, thank you very much for your review. Mr. Chairman, I recommend that City Council.
Hold on one second.
I'm sorry.
Are there any comments from the public?
Oh, yes, right.
No? Okay, great.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the City Council approve a certificate of appropriateness for the proposed alteration at 307 South Lime Street to replace an existing multi-light picture window on the facade of a commercial building with a Cournier aluminum storefront window to feature a dark bronze finish per the submitted proposal. This work meets the Secretary of Interior standards number 2, 9, and 10.
I will make one note on that. I know it says dark bronze, but they kind of came in and gave us the quote to match the existing bronze color. It'll be black.
Okay.
If that's okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make note of that so there's no questions.
I can also put up the photo. Should I do that on the screen?
I think we all
Okay.
have here.
All right.
Yes, if we had a couple.
Yeah, I reviewed it. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we have a motion. Is there a second? Okay. Discussion on the motion. I guess we'll clarify it in terms of the finish. We don't really comment on color, but this would be finished, so, right, so.
Intrinsic to them,
Intrinsic to it, so.
Okay.
The black finish.
but you could paint it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have that clarification, and then any other discussion or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, administrative approvals were in your packet. We've got 16 South Lime Street, installation of new rubber roofing on a flat roof. Surprised that one even falls under our review. Can you see the roof? Yeah, okay. Okay. 229 Church Street, in-kind replacement of asphalt roof shingles. 220 Howard Avenue, in-kind replacement of asphalt roof shingles. 429 Church Street, in-kind replacement of cedar shake roof and cedar siding. That's great. 208 North Concord Street, in-like kind replacement of steel door with side light with recessed entryway. And 107 Howard Avenue, replacement of a 1/1 wooden windows on the facade following a violation notice after vinyl sash was installed without a permit. So that's good to see too. Are there any questions on the administrative approvals? Okay, hearing none, those will be part of the record. Minutes from December 3rd, were there any questions or corrections on those?
Move the minutes be accepted as presented.
Okay, we have a motion, is there a second? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Other business, election of officers, election of chair and vice chair for 2025. There wouldn't be any harm in postponing that we'd have the full group here in case somebody was feeling excited. Yeah, right. What? Postpone? Okay, all right. All right, so we'll postpone that. And then assignment of a board member to take part in the March 11th city council meeting, which I don't think we need to worry about, right? So the only other item under other business, we hadn't been together for a while, so it hasn't been in front of my thoughts, but we do need to find the broker. So just to discuss that in the public meeting, that the board is down, the real estate professional, they do need to be a broker. So if the folks here can think of other folks that would have property in the city, right? They just have to. Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
Yeah, and I had made a recommendation, just a connection to Suzanne a couple of months ago, and I think that conversation is ongoing, so
Okay.
hopefully
So we have one prospect?
Yep.
Okay.
That seemed pretty excited about it. They don't live in Lancaster, but they are a broker, and they've been very interested in historic preservation in general, the topic, for quite some time, so.
Okay. All right, thank you for that. Does anybody else have any other business? Then we will adjourn at 6:08, which may be one of our best ones. All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.